Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that have defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. There's the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Young. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. The short completion to the tight end. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. It's a shotgun run call. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And looking for a big play here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Really a great way to get this game started for this offense. You know, they told us in our production meeting, they thought with certain formations, they'd be able to get this defense out of position and hit them for some big plays. Here we're seeing it to get this game started.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, tie. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Michigan offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Wolverines. Just ran away from the defense. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. First down. They're going to throw the football. Escapes the sack. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today.
Get set, get set.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Alabama. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike. A one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Trying for a 4th down completion. Oh, that one's picked off. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
1st and goal, handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's a handoff, testing the middle. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on 3rd and goal.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Now, that is stepping up by this defense and coming up with a great play. Now, 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, backs against the wall, they get this sack, and now forcing them into a possible field goal, and that's a win for the defense.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's a sack. They gamble and go for it, but the defense a huge stop on 4th and goal.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Picks up the first, looking for more. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. They had so many good backs that come through Ann Arbor.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And there's the handoff. The Wolverines' offense is on the move now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan run are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 45. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. That one moves the ball across the 40.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Finding some room at the 25. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan. They knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. 14. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Coverage team brings down the returner. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target. But this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Handoff to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Look at a pass here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. The clock is still running. Up to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. They've already gone for it 4 times and converted twice. Here comes a 5th. 4th down, look at a throw for it. Looking for the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
We're able to tackle the ball carrier there. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. An inside deals now from the shotgun. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks. And the Wolverines come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Ball handed off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Wolverines will have to punt this one away. Did not get a hold of it, not what the punter was hoping for. He'll call for the fair catch here. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And he'll set up to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Gets into space at the 50. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw it behind the receiver. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Direct snap to the back. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the 1st down and keep working clock.
2nd down after that previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Tight end goes in motion. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Well, here's the first play to start this 2nd half, and it's really more the same than what we saw in the 1st half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that 1st half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Looks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, drops back. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
It's a run. Running back's got it. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
They'll give it to the running back. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Grab behind the line. It's Young. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Pitches to the back. Finds room at the 30. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time. This is the 6th play on the drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Extending the play now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Running back has it on a screen now. And they'll stop him short of the goal line. Offense will set up inside the 5.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Crosses the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. 14. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession, they moved it down into scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Down he goes, a sack. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. So the quarterback says, I'll do this myself. Kirk, he just takes off and flashes the speed in the touchdown run.
My goodness, his creativity and speed makes it almost impossible to stop. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I start locking in on this quarterback's ability to run, because if you don't, you're going to see a lot more plays like this.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football.
Well, it's a great job by the hands team. Expecting the onside kick in position, they were dialed in and pounced on the football.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on third and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at fourth down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Looking to throw now on first down. They'll try a pass here. Caught on the outside. It's Jefferson. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. The completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking to scramble. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he drops back in the gun. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Get some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He's swarmed by the defense.
Hey, I can understand why they're trying to run the football here, but Chris, let's face it, the way this quarterback's been throwing it around, I'm surprised we didn't see them call his number. He's already thrown for 3 touchdowns.
And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now, a crucial 3rd down and goal. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college